All right. Hopefully I'm recording. It's been a while. Been sick, still sick, but I feel well enough today to hopefully get through a video, and that's what we're here doing, you stupid fucks. I don't know what more to tell you. All right, so first order of business. Here's a video that was posted on the Drunken Peasants channel, featuring my very good friend, that fat fuck, known to all as Paul's Ego. And, he's making an announcement here.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, you can hear him.
Paul's Ego here with a quick announcement. This is actually take 32.
Yeah, take 32, whatever. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. He talks and yammers on. And he basically says, they're not doing the show, the Drunken Peasants show on Friday because I was too sick to do it. But we're going to try to do it Sunday. That's why I'm doing this video, honestly, to see how ready I am to do a Drunken Peasants, because, this video we're doing here probably be 30, 40 minutes long or whatever. Drunken Peasants show is, of course, 2.5 hours long, something like that. And, he made this announcement, let people know, we're going to try for Sunday so that TJ has enough time to recover so we don't have to do another TJ-less show. Scrolling down these comments here, all of a sudden I come across this fucking piece of shit, Mr. Psygo. He says, okay, TJ does not make the show. You can have episodes without him. Okay, then. So here's Mr. Psygo's channel, and what does this say? Block user, huh? I don't know, TJ. It's a little harsh to block someone just for saying that they could do the show without you. It's kind of fascistic, don't you think? You can't do that. Actually, I can. Boom. You're blocked, bitch. Goodbye, Mr. Psygo. No show for you, you fucking crybaby, cretinous, faggot, piece of goddamn degenerate shit. That's how I feel about the fucking show with no TJ on it. I feel like if Paul's Ego dies of a heart attack, very likely to happen, by the way, Ben is hit by a bus, and Scotty is sent to prison for 30 years for some kind of tax bullshit. There could still be a Drunken Peasants because there's still me, But if I die, Drunken Peasants is fucking canceled. Let's be real. So, yeah. There is no Drunken Peasants without TJ. Anyone who says otherwise, you're gone. There's the fucking door. And if you won't walk through it willingly, I'll push you out, you stupid fucking piece of shit. And I don't want to hear no whine, oh, you're a fascist. I don't give a fuck. So anyway, here's the first story of the day. Michelle McNamara, writer and wife of Patton Oswalt, dies at 46. Real tragic event. My heart goes out to Patton and to his daughter. I don't know them personally, obviously. I wish I did. But still quite sad. One of my favorite comedians, probably my favorite living comedian, or, was at one point anyway. I haven't been as big a fan of some of his newer material because he kind of got too obsessed with his kids. I hate when comedy just becomes, all my jokes are about my kids now or whatever. But, who cares? Who cares? Doesn't matter. Minor grievance. She was a true crime writer. And she died at age 46. No cause of death has been given yet. She died in her sleep. I don't really have much to say about this story other than it's sad. I really respect Patton Oswalt. I think he's brilliant. I hope that he is able to recover from this tragedy in his life. Obviously shouldn't have happened to him. But I did want to comment on some of these fucking people in this comment section here. All right, here we go. Like this guy right here. They're both big-time Obama supporters, which means they have zero common sense. She likely fell asleep with a car parked in the bedroom and got carbon monoxide poisoning. Karma's a bitch. All the stuff he said about... He tweets about conservatives. I feel bad for his wife and family, but him not so much. Maybe Patton will vote for Trump now and stop being such a left-wing regressive. To me, this is proof that conservatives are basically piles of shit. Evil, fucking scum-sucking, degenerate cocksuckers, each and every last miserable fucking one of them. And they should probably be rounded up into camps and gassed. I think it's a pretty fair assessment of the situation. When someone's wife dies and all you're concerned about is, well, their politics ain't the same as mine, so fuck them. No, fuck you. And you might say I'm a hypocrite because I just said they should be rounded up into camps and gassed. But what you have to remember is they're not even human, so. Oh, that's pseudo-speciation. Suck a dick. This judge says he's 100% certain Hillary will be indicted and convicted. And here's Hillary like, she's shocked. She's shocked by this development. But then you find out it's Judge Andrew Napolitano, so take this with not a grain of salt, but a fucking massive boulder of salt. Judge Andrew Napolitano has long been leaning towards the possibility that Hillary Clinton could face a recommendation of indictment by the FBI over handling of classified information. Napolitano has previously stated that Clinton is the vortex of a perfect storm of legal misery. Now he's upping the ante, however, saying he's not only 100% certain that the FBI has enough evidence to indict the former secretary, but there's 100% certain that there is enough evidence to convict her. The evidence of her guilt is overwhelming, blah, 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 blah. So this is a legitimate thing that does hover over the head of Hillary Clinton. There is a big question mark over this investigation that is ongoing, over her handling of classified information and her decision to put classified information on a private server, to send it back and forth on emails from a private server. Is that going to result in an indictment? I'm not as sure as Judge Napolitano. I don't think Judge Napolitano is as sure as he's claiming to be. I think that he's trying to make political waves. Maybe he is sure. I don't know. But I haven't heard too many other legal experts making the same claims that he is. Still, this is a giant question mark. This is a sort of Damocles hanging over Hillary Clinton's head. And I think anyone who votes for her, even if you do find that she is the candidate you most align with, you find that you are a center-right leaning person, you know, you want to vote for a moderate Republican, which is what she essentially is, a fucking moderate Republican. You might want to it might give you pause to know that she might not be the safest bet because she might be going to jail. And even if she doesn't go to jail, she might at least face an indictment of some kind to do with these email scandals. So I think that should give everyone a scratch of the chin, you know, maybe this isn't such a good fucking idea. Maybe if I'm center-right, maybe I should throw my support behind Kasich. Or maybe I should just go a little bit to the left and go vote for Bernie Sanders. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Or maybe you even would prefer Trump. I don't care. Just none of these other candidates has this hanging over them. She's the one with this baggage. This is another Hillary Clinton article. White Lies Matters from the National Review. I believe that is a conservative publication. And this is just about how shitty Hillary Clinton's image is. You gotta love these pictures they find of this lizard reptilian bitch. How bad is Hillary Clinton's image? This bad. 56% of Americans view her unfavorably, according to the Huffington Post pollster trend. 1/3 of New York Democratic primary voters say she is neither honest nor trustworthy, and the other 2/3 are fucking morons. I added that little bit myself. Her image, writes Dan Balls. Dan Balls. Oh, I'm immature. Is at or near record lows among major demographic groups. Like all of them. What kind of writing is that? Like all of them. What are you, a fucking teenage girl? All right, so here's the breakdown. Among men, she is at minus 40. Among women, she is at minus 9. Among whites, she is at minus 39. Among white women, she is at minus 25. Among white men, she is 17 positive, 72 negative. Her favorability rating among whites at this point in the election cycle is worse than President Obama's ever has been. It's worse than President Obama's ever has been. And he's black, and there's a shit ton of white people who just hate him because he's black. Don't fucking, oh my God, no. It's true, all right? Racism still exists. I'm sorry. Among African Americans nationally, the NBC Wall Street Journal poll shows her with a net positive of 51 points. Jesus, black community. What are you trying to do to us, huh? What the fuck are you trying to do to us? But that's down 13 points from her first quarter average and is about her lowest ever. Among Latinos, her net positive is just 2 points, down from plus 21 points during the first quarter. So basically, Hillary Clinton is popular among pretty much no one but black people, and even there, she's losing it. This is crazy. I mean, how do we have someone as unpopular as Hillary Clinton as the frontrunner for the Democrats and someone as unpopular as Donald Trump as the frontrunner for the Republicans? I mean, Hillary Clinton, it says her overall negatives is she's at minus 40. Overall negatives for Trump, he's at minus 70. And these are the frontrunners. These are the fucking frontrunners for their parties. They're hated. They're despised. They're reviled. The fucking crazy thing is, true progressives hate Hillary Clinton. True conservatives hate Donald Trump. And yet, the party that ostensibly is the progressive party in America, nominating Hillary Clinton. The party that is ostensibly the conservative party in America, nominating Donald Trump. Holy shit. And you want to tell me this election system isn't broken? It's broken beyond all fucking reason. It's broken beyond repair. We need sweeping fucking reforms. But Hillary Clinton is the only thing that surprises me, honestly, is that anybody doesn't hate Hillary Clinton. She's the most hateable candidate I've ever seen. I've never hated a candidate more than her. I think she's pure evil. We're gonna diss her a little bit more. This isn't Hillary doing this. This is a Hillary Clinton PAC. As the Daily Beast reports, the pro-Clinton super PAC, Correct the Record, is pledging to spend $1 million to push back against users on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and Instagram. The project claims that it has already addressed more than 5,000 people that have personally attacked Hillary Clinton on Twitter, and is going to do a lot more of this on other social networks. Oh, Hillary. This is, oh my God, this is the most fucking retarded thing I've ever heard in my life. Here's a super PAC saying they're going to spend $1 million fucking dollars. $1 million fucking dollars. Getting people to go around the internet and argue with anyone who dares not like Hillary. If I say, like, Hillary Clinton is a fucking sellout cunt, they could be like, actually, Hillary Clinton is an upstanding woman of unimpeachable morals. Oh, what a waste of fucking money. God, give me that $1 million. Give me the $1 million, for fuck's sake. I'll take it. I could find better uses for it. I honestly can. Than sending a bunch of fucking sock accounts out there to pretend like Hillary Clinton is something other than a total piece of shit. But it's alright. Bill Clinton has got to the heart of what Hillary's real problem is. It's millennials. Bill Clinton angry that young people don't like Hillary. Says millennials are to blame for the country's problems. In a massive hit on millions of young voters all across the country, former President Bill Clinton said in a speech this week that if young voters had showed up to the midterm in 2010, nearly every political issue facing America right now would no longer exist. If all the young people... Okay, I'm not going to try to do a Bill Clinton voice. If all the young people who claim to be disillusioned now had voted in 2010, we wouldn't have lost the Congress, and we'd probably have our incomes back. Well, Bill, maybe the young people would have come out to vote for you guys in 2010 if you had actually cracked down on fucking Wall Street, you stupid fucking piece of shit. Maybe if you'd restored Glass-Steagall. Maybe if you'd broken up the big banks. Maybe then people would realize, holy shit, the Democrats actually care about this. The Democrats actually want to get shit done. But you didn't do that, did you? No, you fucking didn't. You guys had you had the White House. You had the Congress. Meaning you had the House and the fucking Senate. You didn't pass fucking shit for legislation. You bailed these fuckers out. You bailed the fucking goddamn motherfuckers who sunk this economy out. And you basically passed some fucking, ooh, don't do it again. You know, old Hillary fucking chastising the banks. Hey, knock it off, she says. Knock it off. And Obama, that's what he did. He went to him, he said, hey, knock it off. And they're not knocking it off. Surprise, surprise. It's amazing. When you don't do anything but slap people on the wrist, they don't fucking correct their shitty behavior. Holy fucking shit. Amazing, right? So maybe if you Democrats had some fucking balls, maybe if you Democrats actually stood up for the progressive values of the millennial voters that you want to vote for you, maybe then they would have fucking stood up for you. Maybe they would have showed up and said, yeah, we will vote. No. They're not going to show up and vote for people who don't represent their values. Why would they? Why would anyone? You stupid fuck. Bill, have you gone senile? They need to, well, I don't know what meds you're on, but they either need to raise or lower your fucking dosage, dude. Oh, my goodness. All right, so this is, when I was gone, a lot of people died. Here was one of the people that died. This was Chyna, the only woman to ever hold the Intercontinental Championship belt in the WWE. She died. She was mixing booze and prescription pills in her final days and couldn't remember how she got a black eye. This is a video, and I actually, first thing I heard when Chyna was dead was I went to her YouTube channel, because I actually am a subscriber of her YouTube channel, or I guess I still am, but I don't expect it to get updated again, obviously. But I went and watched her most recent video, and I was like, oh shit, you know, she sounds bad. She sounds bad in this video. Just listen to her.
Morning, everyone.
Whoa. What was that? It was
Waking up to this.
I up to
the feathers on my Georgia gaming. I already lost one. I've been leaving down the road and they're like, Chyna. I didn't even know how they had my number.
Yeah. So I mean, when I went and I watched that video, I'm like, oh shit. This was drugs. This was drug related. Oh. Chyna, got a feather. Oh, poor Chyna. And I just think about this shit with Triple H. You know, he was asked on the Stone Cold podcast, if Chyna would ever be in the WWE Hall of Fame. And he said, oh, no, she can't be in it because she did some porn and stuff. And, if little kids go to look it up, they might see that she was in porn. And yet they had no problem putting Hulk Hogan in the WWE Hall of Fame, despite the fact that he had sex tapes out. They have no problem putting his shit out there. I mean, hell, they had no problem fucking Seth Rollins. He was the fucking WWE champion, and there was fucking pictures of his dick on the internet. You can go find them even now. Seth Rollins' dick. Go type it in. You can find it. It's right there. It's a pretty nice looking dick, too. So total bullshit. It's obvious just his spiteful bullshit because they used to be a couple, and he left her so that he could get with Stephanie McMahon, the boss's daughter. He could, he basically gave up his relationship so that he could hook up with someone powerful and do well for his career. Just this Machiavellian bullshit. And of course, now that Chyna's dead, his tune has changed. Oh, of course she belongs in the Hall of Fame. Of course she does. The reason that Chyna's dead is because the WWE fucked her. She was an amazing performer. She very much could have still been involved in the product. She very much could have still been doing something, had an active role in the company. Because she didn't, she went on this downward spiral, and it led to her death. And there was no reason to fire her. The only reason was because she made Triple H uncomfortable. So I think that her death should weigh on the fucking shoulders of Hunter Hearst Helmsley, or whatever the fuck his real name is. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Total scumbag, and that's why she's dead. Obviously, some of the fault is hers. When you fuck around with, what is it, prescription pills and booze and all that. You're obviously playing a dangerous game. But I don't think she would have been in that position if not for just getting fucked and fucked and fucked again by Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Mr. Triple H. I don't remember. I don't know. It's not his real name, but it's the only name I know him by, so fuck it. Here's a crazy story. Female Ted Cruz lookalike agrees to do porn for $10,000. Please, I just recovered from being sick. Please, God. So this woman here, I guess they decided she was on an episode of Maury Povich. It says here, 5 men tested. Will I find my daughter's father today? Just look at the ass. Look at the ass. Look at the butt of the day, TJ. Ooh, find your happy place. So yeah, and a bunch of people said, yeah, she looks like Ted Cruz, which, yeah, pretty much. Yep, she does kind of look like Ted Cruz. I guess that someone offered her some money to do some porn. Amazingly, Hayes had never heard of Cruz before the resemblance was pointed out to her, and she still knows little about him. Yeah, I'm so amazed that a woman who went on Maury Povich to get 5 men tested to find out which one might be the father of her daughter. I'm so surprised she's not, cued into politics, man. That's such a shocking thing. I don't know his positions, and I've never seen him, so I don't know if he's done a good enough job to be reelected, she told the Huffington Post. When we pointed out that Cruz isn't actually president, just a candidate, she said, yeah, I don't know anything about him. Well, Jesus, it doesn't sound like you know anything about anything except how to fucking stuff dicks in your vagina. But, that's the skill that she's fixing to get paid for here. $10,000. Wow. Xhamster.com, a popular porn site, has offered to pay Hayes and her fiancé $10,000 for a 6-minute sex tape. Please, God. Xhamster.com, can you not do this? Can you please not do this? I mean, what did America do to you, xhamster.com? No one wants to see the female Ted Cruz get fucked. It's not worth $10,000 to you. Please don't do this. I'm begging you not to do this. Is there a fucking... Can someone make a petition? I'm too lazy, but someone out there, make a petition. We don't want this. We don't want this. Please, don't do this, you fucking monsters. I mean, this is evil. This is evil. No one wants to see this fucking woman. Fuck anybody. These poor 5 men who got tricked into fucking her, too. They get to be known as the 5 dudes who fucked the female Ted Cruz. Yuck. Don't stick your dick in Cruzy. All right, so Prince died. I really don't give much of a fuck, I'll be honest with you. I like one Prince song. I don't even know the name of the fucking song. But he's dead, and people care. The world is still reeling from the death of Prince Rogers Nelson. We're just going to call him Prince. The multi-platinum selling music legend who transcended genres as he brought the MTV generation into new realms of creativity. Questions remain about the life and death of... Yeah, okay. Prince was last seen alive at 8 p.m. on Wednesday when he was dropped off at Paisley Park, his home and recording studio in Chanhassen, Minnesota. Why the fuck would... If you're Prince and you got all this money, why would you live in fucking Minnesota? I mean, shit. Anybody with any amount of money who chooses to live in Minnesota, they're crazy. Sorry. The next morning, a staff member called 911 to report that Prince had been found unresponsive in an elevator. Paramedics were unable to revive him, and he was pronounced dead at 10:07 a.m. Yeah, okay. So Prince is dead, everybody. I mean, no one cared about Prince for the last fucking 20, 25 years, but now he's dead, so we care. We care again. The main reason I even want to talk about Prince's death, though, is because this Justin Bieber article. Justin Bieber takes offense at Prince's greatest living performer remark, okay? This is great. I love this. The pop star finds a way to push past the heartache to make the music legend's death about him. Prince's death has hit us all in different ways. It didn't hit me at all, I'll be honest with you. But where most of the music world took a social media to lay bare its broken heart, Justin Bieber used the platform to show off his hurt butt. Oh, the rap. Oh, you guys at the rap are a bunch of rapscallions. Oh, fuck yeah. On Thursday, singer-songwriter Andrew Watt posted a tribute to... Who the fuck is Andrew Watt? To Prince on Instagram following news of the music legend's passing, saying, "Today, waking up to this news, I am truly beside myself, devastated, the last of the greatest living performers." Whatever. The day of Prince's death being the perfect time to litigate the void left by his absence, pop star Justin Bieber replied to Watt's post, "Well, not the last greatest living performer." Oh, Justin's jealous. Justin's jealous about Prince getting all this attention. The comment remained on the post for several hours as other Instagram users lambasted him for his insensitivity. At Justin Bieber, "Wow, that's horrible for you to say," noted one commenter, showing notable restraint. Is that really notable restraint? Is that noteworthy for its restraint? "Keep in mind that a legendary artist that died paved the way for your faves. If they didn't exist, neither would the careers of pieces of crap like Bieber," said another, showing far less restraint. Yeah, he did pave the way for people like Bieber. So isn't that kind of evidence about why we shouldn't be mourning him? You know? By the way, I mean, you guys are a bunch of fucking hypocrites, okay? Listen, go watch the fucking Kevin Smith stories about Prince. Kevin Smith was invited to Prince's house to do this documentary for Prince, and the fucking stories that Kevin Smith told about Prince illustrate that Prince was a fucking lunatic. He was a lunatic with insane delusions of grandeur, just like Justin Bieber. Okay? Justin Bieber is acting the very same way that fucking Prince acts. So you can't be like, oh, Prince, he was great. Oh, he was great. He was wonderful. He was great. And, oh, but Justin Bieber, he's horrible. He's horrible. And get some humility. There's one person here. He said, you already can't keep up with the demand of your fans, and you're not even 25. Prince was touring at 57. One more time. At 57, you will be washed up, not touring, not making sustainable music. Sustainable? What the fuck does that mean, sustainable music? That people can relate to. Oh, yeah, Prince was so relatable. Fucking morons. Humble yourself. Humble yourself! Justin Bieber should not have to humble himself. Prince was not humble. Prince didn't fucking walk around, I'm but a humble man. No, Prince thought he was fucking magnificent and great and wonderful and better than everybody else, and Justin Bieber thinks the same thing about himself. You know, you just want to fucking praise the fucking, the guy who just died. You just want to praise the guy from your generation. But the guy from the new generation who acts the same way, who is every bit the spoiled fucking brat that Prince was, you want to act like, oh, get some humility. Prince didn't have any humility, you fucking moron. Jesus. So I'm defending Justin Bieber here. Whatever. I also defend his dreads. I don't give a fuck. So, this, as everybody probably has heard by now, Harriet Tubman is going to be gracing the $20 bill. I'm not saying this because she's black, but, man, that is one ugly bitch. I mean, shit. I hope they take some artistic license when they put her ass on the 20, because, wow. I do not want to see that face looking back at me on the fucking 20, I'll be honest with you. But Donald Trump doesn't like it. Donald Trump says Tubman on the 20 is pure political correctness. All right, so here's what Trump says. Donald Trump thinks that anti-slavery icon Harriet Tubman is fantastic. But he says the move to have her replace the 7th president, Andrew Jackson, on the $20 bill is pure political correctness. He says, well, Andrew Jackson had a great history, and I think it's very rough when you take somebody off the bill. Yeah, I'm sure Andrew Jackson is pissed. Trump said during a town hall on the Today Show on NBC Thursday morning, I think Harriet Tubman is fantastic, but I would love to leave Andrew Jackson or see if maybe we can come up with another denomination. Okay. So, when I was a kid, I got really into this band called Corporate Avenger. They're not very popular. They've never been very popular. I don't even know if they're still a band. But they had this song. I don't remember. I think it was called $20 Bill or something like that. But the chorus was, if Hitler was on the $20 bill, how would the Jews feel? Because their whole thing was like they were doing this. They were like this Native American band and shit. And they were all always preaching the greatness of tribal life and shit. And I never really bought too much into that shit. But I did think it was kind of cool because you heard things from that perspective. You don't really hear too much from a native perspective in America because, basically all the Indians are fucking dead. We killed them all, And one of the guys responsible for killing a shit ton of them is Andrew Jackson. So to a lot of Native Americans, he is basically Hitler. And later on in my life, I dated a Native American chick. She was like, I think she was like 1/4 Native American, but that's, anybody who's even like a 16th will claim that heritage. But she actually was like a solid 4th. I don't remember if it was Navajo or Cherokee or whatever, but I only dated her briefly, but she fucking despised Andrew Jackson. A lot of Native Americans despise Andrew Jackson for the Trail of Tears. The Supreme Court of the United States of America actually said that relocating the Indians was unconstitutional, that there were contractual agreements between the U.S. government and the Native American peoples that said that, no, we already gave them this land. We can't move them off now that it's inconvenient for us. But Andrew Jackson said, fuck you, Supreme Court, I'm going to do it anyway. So Andrew Jackson basically pissed on the rule of law and did the Trail of Tears. Tons of Indians died. And he's a monster, and yeah, he probably never should have been on the $20 bill. So yeah, I think replacing him with Harriet Tubman is a good idea. Except I think Harriet Tubman's ugly as fuck, and they probably need to pretty her up a little bit if they're going to put her on the $20 bill. Sorry, liberals. Sorry. But actually, not all liberals are thrilled about Harriet Tubman being on the $20 bill. Some of them are pissed. As this article, Harriet Tubman isn't the first black woman to appear on. That's not. I don't. The headline is just, who cares? It's not even what the article is really about. This week, the U.S. Treasury announced that Harriet Tubman will replace Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. For some, this is an instance, an act of revolutionary change, is monumentous. Blah 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 blah. Okay. However, for some, placing Harriet Tubman on America's greenbacks is an extension of the commodification of enslaved people and a slap in the face of her legacy. I don't want to see Tubman commodified with a price, as she was once a slave, wrote The Guardian's Stephen W. Thrasher last summer. It's clear that putting her face on America's currency would undermine her legacy, declared Feminista Jones in the Washington Post. How we should evaluate these arguments in a moment, well, I'll tell you how to fucking evaluate these arguments. Evaluate them as dog shit. This is why I hate America, and I guess not just America, but just the left-right politics in general at this point, because it just seems like both the left and right are full of idiots, and they're different kinds of idiots. The idiots on the right are kind of like these on-the-nose, exactly the kind of idiocy you would expect, but then the idiots on the right, the idiots on the left, though, they almost have to, figure out ways to be fucking stupid. It's like someone proposes, let's have National Carrot Day. We're going to have National Carrot Day to promote the eating of carrots as, a healthy snack. And the right wing will do some on-the-nose, obvious stupidity like, fuck that shit. We don't need no goddamn carrots. Fuck that shit. Blah, blah, blah. This is fascism. Government telling us what to eat. Yeah. And then, so they'll be stupid, but they'll be stupid in a way that's kind of predictable and easy. And then the left wing, they'll sit there and they'll scratch their heads for a minute and come up with something stupid to say, carrots are a phallic symbol, and this is just another display of male power and privilege. My opinion on Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill, I think is fine. I think she's a perfectly good choice. Why not Martin Luther King Jr., though? How about MLK? Put him on the 20. He's got a handsome face. He's better known than Harriet Tubman. And, I guess they want a woman, too, though. So fine, Harriet Tubman it is. Put her ass on there. I don't give a shit. Who cares? Who even uses paper money anymore anyway? I don't. Okay, so this is an article. Speaking of black women, this is Margaret E. Jacobson. This is an article on everydayfeminism.com. I guess it was originally published on Romper. I'm just trying not to read all of this shit. This is the woman here, I guess. Margaret E. Jacobson, yeah. And she's talking about how she grew up among white kids and used to get questions like, do you tan? I wish I could have your skin. Can I cut your hair off and wear it for myself? What? Why is your hair nappy? Why isn't it soft like mine? Blah, 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 blah. So she decides today, as an adult, to do an experiment where she's gonna... I'll just read you the experiment. I knew the first few times I responded to a white person's backhanded compliment with another backhanded compliment would probably feel a bit uncomfortable, so I gave myself 2 weeks. I needed to get used to a new way of responding to racist words, a new way of standing up for myself, making myself more visible. I needed to get used to backwards racism, saying the things people felt totally comfortable saying to me back then. While normally I'd smile and try to redirect conversation for the next 14 days, I'd no longer be focusing on appeasing white people. Now all my attention was focused on appeasing myself. Yeah, I'm sure that's such a change for you. All right, so day 1 and 2. She said the first day not much happened, blah, 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 blah. All right, second day. Someone at a local coffee shop stopped me, complimented my hair, and then touched it without asking. Even though I'd prepared myself for it, I was momentarily paralyzed by shock. Then I touched their hair back, which, if I'm being totally honest, I really didn't want to do. It looked oily and didn't look nice, but I did it anyway. I think it startled them. I made sure to comment how stringy it was, since they had commented on how surprisingly soft my hair is, which happens constantly. So someone touches your hair and says it's soft, so you touch their hair and say it's stringy. You're aware that soft is a compliment and stringy is an insult, right? You know, even if you want to say that touching your hair and saying it's soft is a backhanded compliment, you calling someone else's hair stringy is not a backhanded compliment. It's just an outright insult. So you're already failing at the experiment. Day 2 and 3. Blah, 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 blah. Lobby of Ace Hotel. Someone went and touched her hair again, and they said, I love your hair. I bet it feels so cool. My response as I dodged their hand was, I really don't love your hair, and I doubt it feels that cool, while I ran my fingers back their straight hair. Okay, I don't think you understand what the concept of a backhanded compliment is. Because you said that you get these quote-unquote backhanded compliments, which to me just seem like compliments. Someone came up to me and be like, you got nice hair. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, backhanded compliment. But even if it was a backhanded compliment, you saying, I think your hair's ugly and it sucks, that's not a backhanded compliment. That's a fucking insult, you moron. Okay, so we'll skip a little bit forward here. We're going to go to like one of the last days. So this is since I was close to reaching the end of the experiment, I want to do something to celebrate. So a friend and I went dancing. It was a long time, blah, blah, blah. In between songs, I went to the bar to grab a drink. 2 girls sat to my left. I smiled at them, and the closest to me commented my hair. I didn't have any fight in me. I just sighed in reply. I hope nothing would follow that comment because a jam had just come on. I was wrong. She said, my friend here is a hairstylist and really would like to touch your hair. I don't know what happened, but I let her touch it. So, remember that first part where she's like, you know, they touched my hair without asking. Well, here's someone who did ask. And after touching it, she said, wow, it's a lot softer than I thought it was going to be. That's when I fired back. You fired back. Someone asked you if they could touch your hair. You said yes. They touched it, and they said, wow, it's soft. And you're like, what did you think it would feel like? Your hair probably feels like straw with all the dyeing you've done to it. Damn! I didn't wait for her to answer. I walked away. 'Cause you're a bitch. You're a fucking bitch. The friend I was with, who also happens to be white, reminded me that I didn't have to let her touch it. I know I didn't. Still, I did. I was so upset with myself. The next morning, I cried in bed, fully aware of what happened the night before. The weight of paying attention to every offensive thing had finally taken its toll, and I was happy to be finished. Later in that day, a man made a comment to me about my skin, telling me how jealous he was of how it handled the sun. I laughed and let him know he shouldn't be jealous, because there's no way I'd ever want skin that so easily burned when outside. Oh, he should be jealous. I said shouldn't, sorry. He laughed and agreed. It did burn. His words burned too. Wow, did they really? Did they really? Yeah. I'm sure they burned. They burned! So wait, so some guy came up to you and said, oh man, I'm jealous of your darker skin because, you know, you handle the sun well. And you said, haha, you should be jealous because your skin sucks. And he's like, yeah, it does. And you're like, oh, in your words, they burned me. I think what you're really mad about is that you can't burn him back because he just doesn't care. He agreed with you. He fucking agreed with you. You dumb bitch. All right, here's what you got to do. Blow your fucking brains out because you're worthless and you're a burden on this world and you're just too sensitive to live. Sorry. Sorry. Don't mean to be harsh, but yeah, blow your fucking head off. You're stupid. All right, so here's more on this transgender bathroom issue. This is Meet Serena and Buck. Serena was born male, Buck was born female. In states with laws like North Carolina, I don't think there are any other states with those laws. Serena would be forced to use the men's restroom. Buck would be obligated to use the ladies' restroom. Now, do you see why these laws are stupid? Yeah, I agree with this fucking point here. I mean, this right here, this should not be in the men's room. If there's going to be a men's room, letting someone who looks like this come into it, or in fact, forcing someone who looks like this to come into it, makes no sense. If there's going to be a ladies' room, forcing someone who looks like this to come into it makes no sense. You're going to create the very discomfort that you seek to avoid. My God. And I don't care what sex you were born. I want to suck on those fucking titties. All right. So, this is fun. This is a Utah GOPer. Says that access to pornography violates his right not to view it. The sponsor of a recently passed Utah resolution declaring that pornography is creating a public health crisis appeared on the Family Research Council's Washington Watch program yesterday to defend the measure which the governor signed on Tuesday, and alleged the availability of pornography is violating his First Amendment right not to view it. Yeah, much in the same way that, a store existing that sells fucking broccoli, like the produce section in the store. They sell broccoli. That violates my right not to eat broccoli. No, it sure doesn't. Just because a service exists out there in the world doesn't mean that your right not to use that service is somehow being violated. I'm pretty sure that you don't just log onto a computer and porn just appears there. Oh shit, against my will, porn, I'm being subjected to it, there's nothing I can do. Here's an idea. If you don't want to watch porn, don't watch porn. How about that? I mean, this is insane. Insane. These right-wingers, man. These right-wingers, they drive you crazy. All right, so last time we did this, I ended with a BuzzFeed quiz about French fries. This time I'm going to do a couple of other BuzzFeed quizzes. This one's real short. This is called Can You Spot the Fuckboy? 9 men are in front of you. 1 is a fuckboy. Choose wisely. And this is from Alexis Ned of the BuzzFeed staff. And this, I'm just supposed to identify the fuckboy out of these random pictures. So, we know it's not going to be anyone that's not white. So we know it's going to be a white guy. So it's not going to be Jerome. It's not going to be Bill. It's not going to be Arjun. Roger and Mateo both look Asian, so it ain't going to be them. So it's not Gareth. He looks like too much of a pussy. It's probably not going to be him. I'm betting it's either going to be Milo or Thatcher or Carl. Carl, that way he's standing kind of like with the side thing, that makes him kind of seem less aggressive. Milo, he ain't even looking at the camera. He's looking off in the fucking distance. It looks too much like Serge Tankian, too. So I'm thinking it's probably Thatcher. The only thing that kind of makes me think maybe it's not Thatcher is he does kind of have a little bit of a Jew fro going on. But my inclination is Thatcher. BAM, motherfucker! I found the fuckboy. There he is. Thatcher is an absolute fuckboy. You don't even remember how he got your number, but he exclusively contacts you after 11:30 on weeknights with a bland "you up?" All his profile pictures are shirtless mirror pics, and his first order of business upon making contact with someone is to send them a completely unsolicited and poorly lit snap of his dong. Damn, I want to see Thatcher's dong. Can someone send me Thatcher's dong, please? I'd like to see that. All right, so here's a longer quiz. This is going to tell me what percentage adult am I. Once you've answered the first question, the next one will appear. Sure, fine, ready. What time do you usually wake up on the weekend? After 12? That's every day, by the way, not just the weekends. You've made some pasta, but you realize me making pasta is not going to happen. You realize all your crockery is dirty. What the fuck is crockery? What do? Wash up a plate and eat off it, of course. Just eat it straight out of the saucepan. It saves washing up. Put it on a plate you ate lunch off of. There's only a few crumbs on it. This would never happen because I always wash up straight away. There should be an option for this would never happen because I'm not making any fucking pasta for myself. But I'll probably just eat out of the fucking saucepan, man. On average, how many days a week do you cook for yourself? Never. If your friend was getting married tomorrow, do you have something in your wardrobe you could feasibly wear? I mean, I would probably just wear some shit like I'm wearing now, but if I had to dress up, I'd have to go buy something. Sure, yeah, I'd be screwed, I guess. If a light bulb blew in your living room, how long would it take you to replace it? Probably within a few days, I guess. How often do you change your bed sheets? Well, I don't change them. My girlfriend changes them. So I'm going to say I've literally never changed my own sheets. I've changed them before. But when left to my own devices, probably every week. Have you ever booked your own flights? No, I don't think I ever have. Who takes care of the bills in your house? One of my housemates does it and I pay them back. Well, I guess you can consider Scotty a housemate. If you had a kid tomorrow, how well do you think you'd be able to deal with it? Oh my God, please no. Yeah. Absolute disaster. Please don't do that. How much cutlery do you have at home? I guess I have cutlery. I don't have fancy cutlery. Oops, I guess I can't change my answer. Oh well. Do you know how to bleed a radiator? I'm going to say what? Which of these would you choose to snack on? A piece of fruit, a bag of crisps, some nuts, a packet of Haribo, a cereal bar, some biscuits, a chocolate bar, some healthy popcorn. I guess crisps. Crisps. How many plants do you have in your house? I don't think I have any plants in my house. That's for outside. If you're out at a bar, what is your booze of choice? Whiskey. Yeah. Whiskey. What's your reaction when someone on your Facebook gets engaged? None of those. My reaction is I don't give a shit. Where's I don't give a shit? I guess this one's closest. When did you last go to the dentist? I don't know. I think it was a little over 6 months ago, but not too much. What do you do when you get pretty ill? Apparently I lay in bed for a week watching Nostalgia Critic videos. I did go to the doctor, but it was horrible. She was useless. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how together would you say your life is right now? I go with 5. I'm 31% adult. You do an okay impression at faking being an adult to the outside world, but really you have no clue what you're doing most of the time, and are just muddling along hoping that everything works out for the best. You probably still sometimes find yourself thinking you need an adult to help you before realizing that you're supposed to be one yourself. And what you really mean is a proper adulty adult, like your parents. The thing is, everyone is secretly faking it. Some are just better at faking it than others. I do surround myself with adults, though. My little brother Scotty is definitely more of an adult than I am, and always has been. And my girlfriend Chelsea is probably more of an adult than I am, even though she's like 8 years younger than me. So, yep, that concludes this done edition of Abandoned Hope. Hope you motherfuckers enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, give it a thumbs up anyway. fuck you. You watched it for this long. Must have been fucking okay. Sacks of shit. All right, have a good one, y'all.